welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I have never done this type of video before, but it is one that I've seen other people on YouTube do. Specifically, I've seen Julie from Pages and Pens do it, and I thought it was a really great idea. I thought it would make a fun, quick little vlog, so I thought that I would give it a try. So what I'm going to be doing is try a chapter vlog. I have pulled 3 books from my shelves, ones that have been sitting on there for a while that I haven't gotten to yet, obviously. And I'm gonna try a chapter. I may try more than a chapter. It may end up being like the first 50 pages maybe, to just see if it pulls me in, see how I feel about it, see if I'm liking it, and see if it's a book that I want to keep. I won't be reading the full book in these vlogs. This is just something that I am going to start doing to kind of whittle down some of the books on my shelves. If you've been around for a while, if you've been watching my weekly vlogs, you know that hopefully my husband and I are going to be moving this year. We plan on moving to Orlando area, the Orlando area in Florida, hopefully in the fall sometime. And moving books is not the easiest thing in the world, especially cross country. We're probably gonna have movers who will take everything, but still, if I can whittle down some of these books, I think that'll be really helpful. And also these are books that if I don't like them and I decide to not keep them, I can put them up on Pango Books as well. Not only does getting rid of these books help as far as physically moving them, but if I can sell some of them and get a little bit of extra money, that'll help too, because moving across country is very expensive. So I have picked the 3 books that I am going to be trying a chapter, and I'm going to show you those right now, and then we will get into it. So the first book is going to be The Kingdom of Back by Marie Lu. This I think was an owl crate, I believe, that came. Yeah, so I always keep the little cards, so if that's in there, then I know it was an owl crate. This came, I don't even know, it doesn't say. Let's see. So this is April, so okay, so this was March of 2020, and I have not, so it's been sitting on my shelves for almost 3 years, and I have not picked it up yet. So I'm gonna check this out. Like I said, read a chapter. I'll read the first 50 pages or so, see how I feel, and then if I like it, if it seems like something that I would want to read, I'll keep it. If it is not, then I will put it up on Pango. If nothing comes of that, then I'll donate it. But yeah, so that is the first book. Then the next book is going to be Beasts of Prey, which I believe is also an owl crate. Maybe not. Maybe I actually bought this one. There's a Barnes & Noble sticker on it, so maybe I actually bought this one. I'm not sure what this is even about, but it is a pretty thick one. Yeah, it's about 474 pages long, so it's pretty big. I'm not sure what it's about. The cover is pretty. It's like shiny. But I haven't really heard a lot of people talk about this. I think I've heard maybe a couple of people talk about it, but not a ton. It didn't have a huge it doesn't have a huge following or anything. So yeah, I will try a little bit of this one and see what I think. Then the next book, I think this was either a book of the month or I don't think it was an unplugged book box. I'm not sure. But that is 1,000 Steps into Night by Tracy Chi. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure what this is about. This might have come from a publisher, actually, maybe. This might be one that was sent to me directly from the publisher. This, I think, is... Yeah, so it says it's a Japanese-influenced fantasy brewing with demons, adventure, and plans gone awry. So Japanese-inspired fantasy. I usually do like those. So we will see how I feel about it when I get into it. So yeah, those are the 3 books that I'm going to be, like I said, trying a chapter of and seeing if I want to keep them or if I want to get rid of them. I plan on turning this into a little series and doing this with a lot of the books on my shelves. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this, something a little bit different. If you've read any of these, let me know down below. I'm not gonna unhaul them right away. So let me know down below if you have read any of these, what you thought of them, if you think I should keep them. And yeah, let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back. So today is Thursday, February 23rd. I'm going to officially be starting my chapter reading. Now I did the intro, I think like last week, but I'm officially going to be starting my first book. I have Beasts of Prey here. I'm not 100% sure what this is about, and I haven't seen very many people talking about it. Maybe a couple, but I don't think it's really been like around Bookstagram or BookTube too much. So we try it out, see how it goes. I'm definitely gonna read, like I said, the first, I know it says try a chapter, but if this first chapter is super short, then I'll probably read maybe the first 2 or 3. We'll see how many pages I get in, and see what I think. If it sounds interesting, if it grabs my attention, then I will keep it. Otherwise, I will put it up on Pango. My Pango Books link is always down below. And yeah, let's get into it and see how we feel about this one. I have my little like reading sprint going there, and I'm gonna give it a try and we'll see how it goes. I'll let you know my thoughts after. Reading the epilogue and the first chapter of Beasts of Prey, and I think I am going to keep it. The epilogue starts out with a girl who sneaks out of her house and goes into the jungle to meet her friend who she has a crush on. It seems like there's a little bit of a love triangle going maybe, and there is what they call, I can't remember what they call it, but there's like magic in this world. They have a different name for it, but and she can manipulate it. It seems like she has some kind of powers, and it seems like this guy might be, I have a sneaky suspicion already that he is manipulating her to get to the magic. I could be wrong, obviously I've only read 1 chapter, but he encourages her to touch the magic and manipulate it. He brings her to this like meadow, I guess, kind of in the jungle, where there is like a buildup of this magic, and her other friend, the other guy who she says loves her but she's not sure she loves him, comes into the clearing and tells her that the magic is dangerous and she should stay away from it. So she has the one guy telling her, you know, that she can prove everybody wrong and that everybody shouldn't be afraid of her, and I think is using her feelings of like rejection and otherness to get her to use this magic. And then the other boy, who's kind of like the good angel, telling her, no, don't do it, it's dangerous, you should, she ignores the good angel and goes towards the guy who is manipulating her, I think, and touches the magic, and something happens. And that's when the epilogue ends, and it goes to, or the prologue, I mean, and then it goes to it doesn't say like when in the future it is, but it goes to another family, and they're talking about something called the Night Zoo, which I think is like kind of like a circus. It seems like there's animals, there's performances, a show. So all those elements sound pretty good and sound like things that I would enjoy. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one for now. And yeah, that is it for this. For now, I'm going to put this one back on my shelves, and then I will check back in with you guys when I start the next book. Hey guys, welcome back. So it's been probably about a week, maybe even 2 weeks since the last time I filmed a clip for this, but I am going to be going on to the next book that I'm going to try a chapter on, or try 30-40 pages on to see how it goes. So this is 1,000 Steps into Night. I don't remember if I already talked about this or not, but I don't really know anything about this. I believe it has to do with like Chinese lore, folklore maybe, or Japanese maybe, I'm not sure. But this was a, I think, an great book maybe, or maybe it came in Unplugged book box. I don't remember which one, but it definitely came in a book subscription box. So I'm gonna try it out, see how it goes, and I will let you guys know after. Okay, so I have read about 20 pages of 1,000 Steps into Night. So it seems like it's gonna be pretty good. This is about a girl who's Miyoko, I think is how you say her name. She lives in a village that is slowly becoming more and more run down. There's less people in it, less inhabitants, less people coming through the town. And so the inn where her father works is slowly crumbling, and they're not getting enough business to sustain it. And this is kind of the case for the whole village. She lives in a world where women are very much like second-class citizens. They're meant to be servants. They are meant to be quiet, meek, respectable. It's like a whole list of things that women are supposed to be. That she is not. So it says, girls of all stations in Awara were expected to be soft-spoken, well-mannered, comely, charming, obedient, graceful, pliable, modest, helpful, helpless, and in every respect, weaker and more feeble-minded than men. So basically, the kind of world that most men would like for us to live in. But she is none of those things. She is loud and brash and quick-tempered, and she doesn't have a filter, and she says what is on her mind. Says Miyoko, she had very few of these qualities, and as a result, by the time she was 17, she had discovered that she was not only able to frighten off a man with the power of her voice alone, because she's so loud, but she also had regrettable inclinations towards spilling tea upon her guests, kicking accidental holes into the rice paper screens, and speaking her mind. So she's not, like the typical girl should be during this time in this place. And as a result, she has been unable to find a husband and therefore bear a son and carry on the legacy of her family, of her father. One day she goes out to the potter to get new teacups for her and her father because she has broken all of them. And there is like a sense of impending doom. There are a bunch of these like superstitious like warnings kind of happening that doom is coming, and she doesn't see them because she is a very like logical person and does not believe in superstitions and that kind of thing. So she doesn't recognize any of those signs, and therefore doesn't recognize the trouble that is coming her way. So it seems like it's going to be pretty good. It sounds pretty good. It is fairly long. I mean, it's not like super long, but it's like 370 pages, but the writing is like tiny. So I think it's something that I could maybe eventually get into. I'm definitely not, I feel like, in the mind space for it right now, but I do think it's something that I would eventually like. So I'm going to go ahead and hold on to it for now. I'm going to make a list of these as I do them, and then I'm going to like recheck it at the end of the year. And if by the end of the year I still have not read the book that I said I was going to read, then I will go ahead and put it on Pango or like donate it or whatever at that point. So, but for now, as of today, March 13th, I think, I'm going to go ahead and keep this. And if I end up reading it in the future, you'll see it in a vlog. But as of right now, I'm going to say that I'm going to go ahead and keep it. Okay, so I'm going to be starting the last book in this chapter vlog. That's going to be The Kingdom of Back. This came in an Outcrate box, I believe. I want to say this is, yeah, so this is, I don't know if this is like based on truth, if it's meant to be like a retelling of a true story, or if this author just took like, so this is about Mozart's sister, Mozart the composer, his sister. I'm assuming he probably did in fact have a sister, but I don't know if this is actually like a real like account of her life. It seems like there might be some magical elements to it maybe, so obviously that part wouldn't be part of her life, but yeah, I don't know if this is like all fictional or if parts of this are true. I'm not really sure, but I love this cover. And I do enjoy classical music, so that is intriguing. I remember I was intrigued by this one when I received it from Outcrate. So yeah, I'm gonna give this one a try, see how it goes, and I will let you guys know. pages of The Kingdom of Back, and I think I'm gonna keep this one also. There's a little bit of like fantasy in it with fae and like an enchanted wood. There's some magical realism in it. Mozart, Wolfgang Mozart, the brother, is actually in it, so it's partially about him too, but mainly about his sister and her ability to play and compose and be a musician, but also about like women in the time period having to be meek and quiet. So a lot like the last book, but obviously in a different culture and in a different way. But yeah, this sounds like it's gonna be pretty good. The writing is very beautiful. It's a little like poetic and lyrical for me, but I think that overall it'll be pretty good. So I'm gonna keep this one for now, and like I said, I'll try to pick it up here in the next few months and see how it goes from there.